Welcome back, everybody. It is May 3rd, and this morning we woke up to some fresh snow. But not to worry, it's already started to melt. It's not too uncommon for us to get some snow in the early to mid part of May. It's actually kind of pretty, and we know it's not going to be around for long. So it's time to get this day started and head out to the farm. Well, just like at the house, a little bit of snow out here. It has turned to rain. I'll try to zoom you guys in. Obviously, the cranes have arrived. I don't know if the camera does it justice. It's that time of year when all the migratory birds are coming through. Kind of cool to watch the cranes come in for a landing. Here in 3 or 4 weeks won't be quite so nice when they're going along eating the crops we've planted. But right now, kind of cool. Anyways, like talked about, some snow, an inch, thereabouts. It's raining currently. Believe it or not, looks like the sun's going to try to come out. So I would imagine by the end of the day, this snow will all be gone. So, got some things to do. Got some fertilizer on the truck we need to unload. Brought the little tractor back out to the farm, get it unloaded, get the rototiller hooked up to it, that kind of stuff. Big tractor, probably go ahead and get the disc hooked up to it and get it all dialed in and ready for disking. So I do not believe it is dry enough yet. I might go make a few laps and see. Don't feel like getting the tractor stuck today, so probably not going to do that. Also need to go put the battery charger on the little dozer that's over on the other field. Let it charge up, get it fired up, and bring it back. Just got a little cool in the fall, and one morning it was, 10 degrees, 20 degrees, and figured the dozer could sit there just as well as it could sit here for the winter. So it's time to go retrieve that. I think we'll take a little walk up past the F800. Take a little walk up here. I think I heard the grouse doing their thing. Let's see if we can catch them before we start making a lot of noise. They are a noisy bunch. There's got to be a dozen of them displaying that I can see. Got the cranes and the geese and the swans in the background and the occasional raven. And the sun's starting to come out. Look. working. This eye match hitch, it is cooler than cool. You know, you don't really think it's going to be that much of a time-saving tool, but just hooking up to the equipment, looking for pins, everything, it is definitely a lifesaver, that's for sure. So, got unhooked from the box blade. Now we'll go over to the rototiller here and get it hooked up. And it's just as easy as that. I mean, doesn't get any easier. Really handy. So, lock it in. You notice I've shut the tractor off. I'm very sensitive to the dangers of a PTO. Do not want to be around it when it's running. Doesn't take but a minute to shut the tractor off to hook it up. For two reasons. One, I'm out here by myself, and if I was to get hurt, who knows when somebody would find me. There's not really any reason not to shut it off. It's good for safety. I would much rather wear out a starter than get caught up in a PTO for some reason. So, that's it. Rototiller hooked up. Hit the grease certs. Then we'll run back over and put the bucket back on. Pins here, goes right back in the hole. I know not everybody likes John Deere's proprietary bucket attachment, but it does work pretty good. It's very simple, and when it's really cold out, icy, snowy, it's simple to operate. I know it limits what you can put on the front. They do make adapter plates, which we have one for the big tractor, so we can put skid steer attachments on. But this one definitely is very easy to change. while I'm thinking about it, the self-leveling loader is absolutely awesome. I know it costs a little more when you buy a tractor, but keeping that load level as you're going up and down without having to mess with it is wonderful. Our little tractor doesn't have that. Obviously, you can make it work. People have been making it work for a very long time. But if you're buying a new one or a good used one and have the option, self-leveling is the way to go, hands down. So we're going to get this put inside the shed. We'll probably go ahead and throw a tarp over it as well, just to make sure it doesn't get wet. Fertilizer does not like to get wet, so we want to protect it. I'll see if I can get you guys set up so you can watch. Well, it's highly likely I did not get the clip of sticking this in, but we will get more put in here. So this is a super sack full of urea. So we will go ahead and throw an extra tarp over it. As you can see, this Logic shelter has a few holes in it here and there. So better than sitting out in the elements, but we're gonna run over with the four-wheeler and put the charger on the dozer for a few hours. So we're gonna throw some fuel in one of the little generators, grab battery charger, and we'll run over to that other field and put that charger on it and let that run for a bit so we can fire that old girl up. So let's go do it. Okay. There's a battery. And again, I have to remember to pick this camera up, checked oil in the tractor, cleaned out the air filter. I guess I'll show you guys that next time. Looked it over under the hood. So there's not a lot of hours on it, so not a lot to do. But we'll get this ballast box off. I will grab the pieces to hook the disc up, and we'll put the disc on. So yeah, and it is clearing off. Sun's coming out, so life is good. Okay, let's get busy. That ballast box is extremely important, especially when using the loader. So, make sure you stay safe when you're doing that. They do make those for a reason. If you have a heavy implement, that'll work as well. But the nice thing about a ballast box, it doesn't take up much space. It allows you to still maneuver around without worrying about running a box scraper or something else into things. So, let's see. Back in the back of the trailer. Right where I left them. So, these are the hitch savers from May West. They are awesome. You don't have to have them. That hitch will bang up and down and slop around. This really takes up the space. Gives them something to cushion to hit, so you don't wear out your hammer strap or the tongue on your implement. Well, at least not so fast. So, yeah, they are a great item. Let's go get hooked up to that disc and put them in. There's that disc, right where we left it. Ready to take that pin out, huh? Okay, well, tried the disc in the field just to see. It's way too wet, so didn't get stuck. That's a good thing. Gonna take and run this can of diesel over to the dozer, put it in. It's been charging. We'll fire it up and probably just get a little closer to the road, shut it off, and come back later with the fuel truck and fill it up and grease it and do all that. Anyways, we're gonna check that out. Here's where I came up to disc. It did okay on the edge of this hill where it's dry. As I went down, got close to the corn, way too wet down there. When I turned around and came back through the center of this field, it was still pretty wet. I wouldn't say you couldn't make it work. It just wasn't worth getting stuck and just have to go back over it again anyways. So we're gonna give her another week. So that should be good by then. We'll find out. They're saying above 60 degrees tomorrow. So that first 10 birds. It's springtime and the grouse are displaying. Shot some video of that. I hope that was decent enough to put on YouTube. Really impressive to watch them display and do their courtship dances and spar with each other. So did that this morning. did things around the house, and then this afternoon I'm taking this car out. I need to go get the dozer started and do a few other things at the farm. Then I'll be driving to Anchorage, need to pick up fertilizer. We have other farm supplies that have come in Anchorage that we need to pick up. So a little bit to do there. So I'll be making the drive south. Gonna be a beautiful day for that. Yeah, I'll turn you guys back around for a minute. So the road is drying up. It is definitely a little muddy yet, but not bad. And if it stays dry like this for a few days, it'll go ahead and dry out, as long as we don't get any more rain. As I was saying, it's a beautiful day. Little breezy now. Me and Adrian were out here first thing this morning to watch the grouse. Wasn't any wind at all. The wind's picked up. It's brisk enough, but not too bad. Dry things out, which is good. We need that. If we can get a week of weather like this, make a big difference. I'm gonna put some boots on. Gonna run over to the dozer. I've had a generator charge in the battery, so hopefully it'll fire up. I did put some diesel in it yesterday as well. So get it fired up. A couple things to check on it. Don't know if I'll bring it back to the farm today or just leave it over there, but get that handled. And then be getting hooked up to the trailer and taking the white truck to Anchorage. So I'll need to do that, and I'll be headed out of here before it gets too late, since it's about a 4.5-hour drive, 5-hour drive to Anchorage. Make sure I get there at a decent hour. Other than that, things are going really well out here on the farm. You always want it to warm up sooner than it's warming up. You wish you were already in the fields working them or planting. We have to remember it is the 1st of May. The plan will be hopefully that we're able to start planting mid-May. It may be the 3rd week of May, but we'll see how it goes this year. The weather is what's going to dictate what happens. But every year, we get a better handle on what needs to happen. The fields will get in better and better shape. We get a better idea of what the weather's like and when to plant stuff, when to have things ready. So, yeah, it's all how it is. But hard to beat being out here on a day like today. And there's no mosquitoes yet either, but I'm sure they'll be here before too long. As you can hear, the dozer's running. I went ahead and put the battery charger on it. Actually plugged in the block heater. I realized 50 degrees is not really cold, but I figured why not? Doesn't hurt to warm her up a little bit, make her think it's really summertime. She lit right off. I've checked the final drive fluid, the water, the oil. So I think I'm going to mess around with it here for a little bit and probably just park it back here by the edge of the field, and we'll come get it next week, or possibly George will do something with it this week. We'll see. Anyways, it's a beautiful day, good day to mess around. No tripod, so I will do my best to prop the camera up somewhere for you guys so you can get a little bit of dozer footage. This is where we're going to end the video. It was such a beautiful day, and I'll admit I was a bit excited to be out using the dozer, so I didn't get much filming done. We sure do appreciate everybody taking the time to watch these videos, and we look forward to seeing you here next time. And over the next couple of weeks, we've got to get busy getting the fields ready to plant. We have plans to put in 10 acres of sweet corn this year. So the race is on to get all the supplies and have everything ready. We want to get those seeds planted as early as possible to give those plants the best chance of producing those wonderful ears of sweet corn. So until next time, bye-bye.